Alrighty, end of unit study guide for unit 1. You will need a straight edge of some sort and patty paper. Straight edge will be used very minimally if it's used. Patty paper is really going to be used. But you should already know all these because we went over them in class. Line AD and EH are intersected by transversal CG. AD, EH, transversal. Select all the true statements. BFE is equal to GFH. GFH. These are vertical angles. That is a true statement. The sum of angles BFE and GFH is 180 degrees. Sum means to add. 38 and 38 is not 180. Angle BFH, so this one, is equal to EFG. EFG, this one. If you were in my first period, I realized that I read the wrong letters and I said it was wrong. Really, C is correct. The sum of BFE, so this one, and EFG, this one, is 180 degrees. These are angles on a straight line. That is a true statement. Angle BFE and GFH, so 38 and 38, that is not 90. So A, C, and D. Describe a sequence of transformations that shows polygon A is congruent to polygon B. We went over both these in class. There's going to be varying answers. One way you can do it there we go. One way you can reflect over the y-axis, put you right here, and then translate down 1, 2, 3, and left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So reflect, image A over y-axis, translate, image A down, I think it was 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left 6. There's more than one way to do it. That's just one of them. This one, the most common one done in class, was reflect over the X. So reflect, image A over x-axis, then translate paper's all crooked, so we're right here, 1, 2 right, and 1 down. Number 3, in triangle QRS, the measure of angle S is 65 degrees. Select all possible measures for angles Q and R. So it needs to equal 180. So you're going to either have a lot of math right here or very little, and you should have more math. One thing I know is that 60, 60, 60 is 180, so that means that 65, 65, 65 does not work. 90, 25, 65. 90, 25, 65. 5 and 5 is 10. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 65, 55, 60. 5 and 5 is 10. Then I have 6, 6, and then this also makes 6. Whoops, 6, which is 18. So that one also works. Then we have 100, 20, 65, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Does not work. 100, 15, and 65. That's 10, 6, 7, 8. There you go. If you are watching this, hopefully you've already answered all these questions and you're just checking your answers. What does it mean if two shapes are congruent? Same shape, same size, angle measures are the same, lengths are the same. Line A and B are intersected by transversal XY. Transversals XY. If measure of angle 2 is 57 degrees, a measure of angle 3 is 85 degrees, what are angles 1, 4, and 5? So, angle 2 and angle 4 are alternate interior angles, meaning they have the same measure. So that gives us this one, 57 degrees. Angle 1, 2, and 3 add up to 180. So I need to figure out what is that difference. So 85 and 57. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Carry 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 142. And then we need to subtract to get our difference. So that's 8. 7 minus 4 is 3. So 1 is 38. Alrighty, inside a triangle, it's 180 degrees. We know that 3 and 4 are 85 and 57. We've already done all the math. Angle 5 is 38. We also know that corresponding angles in the same spot, other line, they're going to be the same. Those are corresponding angles. We haven't talked a ton about it. I've only used the name once or twice. It is a last year term, but they're on the same spot, different line. They are the same measure. Explain whether polygon LMNK is congruent to polygon L prime, M prime, N prime, K prime. So we're going to go from this top one to the bottom one because this one has the prime symbol and this doesn't. So, by looking at it, they are the same. You could count all your lines and see what it is. Tracing it out, they are the same. So, congruent. And then explain how we know. Because L, M, N, K is, all I did was I slid it. I translated it. Down one, left one. Down one, left one. Solve for the missing angles. So we know that this angle and this angle are the same. They are alternate interior angles, and this angle is DBG. Sorry, F. I didn't see the F right there. DBF, which is here. So that's 38. Not 35, 38. Next, we know that this needs to be 180. So 180 minus 38. That needs to be a 4. Okay, this is HFB, BFH. F needs to be in the middle. When you're naming an angle, you have 2 letters and then your angle in the middle of it. So BFH is 140. Other math terms we know vertical angles. There are angles that are across from each other. So that means EFG is not one listed. I don't need to do that one. Okay, we know this is a vertical angle too. HFG is listed, so it's 38. Remember, vertical angles have the same measure. All right, we need CBD. CBD. So this goes back up to this problem where we had corresponding angles, same spot on the other line. So if we have this angle on EF, my other line is AD, they are corresponding, they're the same measure. That would be D. So 142, ABC. So this one, another set of corresponding angles. So we can draw this, and we see that this angle is the same as this angle, so that one is 38 degrees. Oh, there's the last one. EFG. Measure of angle EFG. EFG we said was the same as BFH, which is 142. Wonder how many people are going to notice that or not. Alright, Steve made it on the left, he made the design on the right, each uses 5 squares. The small square and Steven's design to the smallest one. Let me add this corner. Okay, so it goes to there. Smallest square is indeed congruent. So that's true. Steve's design is congruent to Betty's design. Congruent means they're the same shape, same size, different location. If I were to trace each of these, I'm just going to trace the corners. Is that a true statement? No, I can't even like move this to make it all work out. So Betty's design is a translation of Steve's design. Well, that's the only thing I just proved. Here's my design. I can't like just translate it to make it all work out. I can't even line the two of them up. The largest square in Betty's is congruent to the largest square in Steve's. Well, that I think we determined. My big one and the big one are the same. Each square in Betty's design has a congruent square within Steve's design. So let's see. There's my corners for the small one, medium, and even bigger. Yes. Each of them have the same number of squares. All the squares are the same size, but they are not congruent designs. What is needed to perform a translation? Direction. Wow. Direction and distance. What's needed to perform a reflection? Not when you have to have a line of reflection. And what's needed to perform a resistance? This was 2. So we need degrees. Direction. It's like clockwise or counterclockwise. And you need a point of rotation or center. So that was the study guide. It is due tomorrow, 9/27.